Okay, it is now time for the 2024 Longines World Racing Awards. Thank you, everybody, for taking your seats. Well, firstly, I'd like to welcome everybody around the globe who's joining us via live stream. My name is Francesca Kamani, and I have the honor of being your MC for this event. We'd like to begin the ceremony with the Longines World's Best Horse Race, which recognizes the best rated race of the highest rated group or grade ones. It's my pleasure to invite Mr. Bernardo Tribolet, the Vice President Marketing of Longines, along with our FHA Vice Chairs, Mr. Horacio Esposito, Mr. Masayuki Goto, and Mr. Henri Pourret, onto the stage as we reveal our winner. Okay, are you ready for the big moment? It's time to announce the 10th winner of the Longines World's Best Horse Race. The award became part of this event as a way to honor the best rated race of the 100 highest rated group or grade ones around the world. The ratings of the top 4 finishers in each race serve as a basis for the assessment, rewarding racecourses for assembling exceptionally high quality fields. This year, it is my privilege to announce that for the second time, the Juddmonte International Stakes has been crowned as the Longines World's Best Horse Race. The first time it won the award was in 2020 when it was won by Gaiath, who also won the Longines World's Best Racehorse that same year. In 2024, the Juddmonte bested all other group or grade ones in the world with a rating of 124.25. City of Troy galloped to a front-running victory, leaving the likes of Calandagan, Ghostwriter, and future arc heroine Blue Stocking in his wake. Let's take a look back at the memorable race.
That was a 5-star performance. Please give a very special Yorkshire round of applause and congratulate Ryan Moore on board our winner, City of Troy.
Oh, well, it was just the most thrilling of horse races. City of Troy, who dominated the Epsom Derby in June and then gone on to win at Sandown in the Coral Eclipse, coming as the highest rated horse in Europe at the time. It was the richest race we'd ever staged. We managed to assemble a field which was a record ever for the Juddmonte International in its 40-odd years of running.
And racing. City of Troy has found himself in front through the first furlong and a half.
We have Blue Stocking representing the older fillies. We'd had representatives from Japan coming over and the best from France. So it was a really coming together of the best of European and Far East bloodstock.
City of Troy still grinding it out in front here. And for Royal Rhyme on the outside, down the centre, here comes Calandagan. City of Troy have to dig really deep here as they race inside the final furlong. He's made every yard so far, and City of Troy, what a game performance all the way in the Juddmonte.
At York, we're all about trying to bring the best horses to the Naysmart for us all to enjoy on that global stage as part of a family of racecourses and racing jurisdictions. And our stage in August is a great time for us to shine on that global stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champion, City of Troy.
We're absolutely thrilled and delighted to win the Longines World's Best Race 2024. We won it previously in 2020 and then we were in COVID lockdown and it was a Zoom ceremony. So this feels so much better, a real tribute to all the investment and hard work by everyone at York Racecourse, York Race Committee and Juddmonte. And we're thrilled with the support of Connections and Horsemen to bring their wonderful horses for us all to enjoy.
It gives you goosebumps, doesn't it? Well, it's my pleasure to welcome William Darby, York's Chief Executive and Clerk of the Course, to the stage, as well as Bridget Guerin, Chair of York Racecourse, and Anthea Lee, Racing Manager and Race Day Clerk of the Course. And I know there's a large contingent from York Racecourse, all 12 of you. Congratulations. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Longines World's Best Horse Race for 2024, the Juddmonte International. Taken. William, please come and have a chat with me, because second time that the Juddmonte International's won this award. Congratulations. But what's it like from your perspective? Because you're so busy on the day, you've got so much going on. Were you able to enjoy it at the time?
Thank you, Francesca. This is so much better than 2020. I can tell you that when I was sat in my shorts and doing a Zoom ceremony. But yeah, it was a fantastic day, and huge congratulations to everyone at Coolmore, Ballydoyle, Aidan, Anne-Marie and Ryan for bringing the fabulous horse City of Troy to run in our flagship race, the Juddmonte International. 40 years of investment by York Race Committee and Juddmonte in the race, and we're just so proud and honoured to be awarded with this magnificent award by Longines and the International Federation of Horse Racing Authorities.
You all do such a brilliant job at York, and congratulations on assembling such a brilliant field for the race this year and having such a wonderful winner. I caught up with a few of your team members earlier. Just spin us through who we've got here today.
Yeah, we've brought down a number of the team who weren't able to go to any of the awards pre-Christmas, and it's great for us. We feel a bit like tourists on tour from the country coming down to London. We've all had pictures outside the Savoy, but it's great to welcome. There's so many people involved in, as every race course knows, putting on the show and putting on the events, the carnivals that we do. Some 2,000 people work at York Racecourse on a busy race day, so it's a real tribute to all of them. They're all race fans. They all love seeing the best jockeys and the best horses in the world coming to our city, and we're so proud that to round off what was an amazing year in 2024 at York with this award.
Well, congratulations again on the second time for winning this award, and I'm sure it won't be the last. Thank you, William, and congratulations to all the team at York Racecourse.
Thank you, Francesca.
Okay, Now it's time to turn our attention to the equine champions of 2024 and the Longines World's Best Racehorse Award. Now this year, for the first time since 2019, you might have guessed, we have a tie. Our winners are based on the Longines World's Best Racehorse Rankings, which is a global reference within the racing industry. Now we'll present the winners in alphabetical order, starting with the world's highest rated turf horse in 2024. In June, he made international headlines with his victory for Coolmore in the Betfred Derby at Epsom. Next, he beat his elders in the Coral Eclipse. And then, in what would be a career-defining performance, City of Troy made all under a brilliant ride in the Juddmonte International, which was just named the 2024 Longines World's Best Horse Race. As he added to his collection of Group 1 victories, City of Troy's rating rose throughout the season, and the IFHA's esteemed panel of handicappers have given him a rating of 128 for his effort in the Juddmonte International, making him the code 2024 Longines World's Best Racehorse. Now, let's take a few moments to revisit the highlights of his remarkable year.
And City of Troy, he's found a great seam. City of Troy bouncing back, 3 lengths clear, a brilliant win in the Betfred Derby.
City of Troy in third, being urged by Ryan Moore to close on his stablemate. City of Troy had the lead inside the final furlong, drifting to the rail. He has the lead of a length, and it is City of Troy who has won the Coral Eclipse.
As they move through the first furlong, heading down the back, City of Troy has found himself in front. City of Troy really putting in the afterburners now, though, as they race up towards the final furlong. City of Troy have to dig really deep here as they race inside the final furlong. He's made every yard so far, and City of Troy, what a game performance all the way.
It is a great shame that Winfried can't be here today, but I'm sure he is watching via the streaming. But in his absence, it is my honour to be able to introduce this award and to welcome trainer Aidan O'Brien, jockey Ryan Moore, and Coolmore representatives Christy Grassick and Sam Pearson to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, with a rating of 128, the code 2024 Longines World's Best Racehorse and the world's highest rated turf horse, City of Troy. Been handed the microphone, which I'm not sure is his preferred position. Should we hand it to Aidan and I'll have a chat to him first and then come to you?
I'd love that to be the case, but I don't think he'd be very happy with me.
Okay, well, come over here and can you talk to me here? Okay. I won't bite, I promise. Ryan, he was an exceptional two-year-old, a champion two-year-old. He was brilliant in the Derby, absolutely floated. He was good in the Coral Eclipse, and then in the Dublin International, as we've seen on the video footage, you and him were both brilliant. Which, for you, was your favourite race on him?
Obviously, derbies are always special, and that was a great day, and that's what he was bred to do, and that's what Aidan always believed he'd do, and everyone else thought he could. But when he won the job one, it's probably the best performance that I've ever been involved with on a racehorse. So he was very, very good that day. It was just exceptional performance, and you know, I was a little bit gutted that we didn't get to see him again. But you know, he couldn't have been any better that day.
Yeah, it makes you think what he could have done this year had he not gone to stud. We're all looking forward to seeing what he can produce there. But you've ridden a lot of really good horses. When you sat on his back, what was particularly different about him? What made you feel that he was an exceptional horse?
Yeah, he was different from the first day I rode him at the Curragh, and you know, obviously we had the blip in the Guineas, but apart from that, he always gave me that feel, and that was once he got into his rhythm, he was very hard to stop, and yeah, he was a sort of horse that, Aidan said it before, there was no end to him. Once he got comfortable, once he kept building, he was relentless, and yeah, brilliant racehorse.
Thank you, Ryan. Now, if you could hand the microphone to Aidan, you might come and have a chat to me. Similar questions for you, Aidan. I mean, you flagged for us early on that you thought this horse was a bit special. You've trained a lot of exceptional horses. What was it about him in particular that you saw early on that made him stand out?
Yeah, I think obviously when he came to us from Coolmore, he was rated an 8, and all the foals and yearlings, as they go along through their different stages, they're kind of rated out of 10, and kind of an 8 is kind of nearly as high as the horse has ever rated. So obviously he was very good looking, he had a good pedigree, he had great movement, he had a great mind, he had all the things that the lads thought that a good horse should have when they come to Ballydial, but usually that's the kiss of death, really. Kind of usually when you start working horses, then they usually do disappoint, especially when everything about them is supposed to be perfect. But I suppose what was unusual about him, when the minute we start working him, he was finding everything very easy. And like even around Ascot time, he'd have no problem, would have been an Ascot 2-year-old, but we just had to be a little bit cautious with him, and we had a lot of other horses as well, so he just came very quick, and he was doing his work very well always. And obviously then when Ryan rode him his first time at the Curragh, he kind of took off when he went by the line, and Ryan said that never happened to him on a horse before, and he found it very hard to pull him up. And then he went to Newmarket, and then he went to the Jew horse, obviously, and everything he did all the time was different. He was a beautiful made horse. He had a big long stride. He was a medium-sized horse. He was 16'1", and getting bigger. But he didn't look as big as he was, and it's usually the sign of a very good horse. So that means he was very well proportioned. But I suppose everything about him always was different, and obviously we would have loved to had him as a 4-year-old. But like, it's obviously the lad's business that they perform at 2 and 3 for commercial value. And listen, we were just very lucky to have him for the time we had him, and that was it, I suppose, really.
You managed his career very well, but what was the biggest challenge within that? We all knew he had brilliance. What was the biggest challenge for you as the trainer?
Yeah, I suppose, really, as a trainer, your job is not to mess them up, not to hurt them, either mentally or physically. And obviously, those good horses, they want to do an awful lot of stuff, kind of even before they're ready to do it, if you know what I mean. So we had to be just a little bit gentle with him. I suppose, obviously, it went wrong in the Guineas. We just probably too much faith, and it's the same thing, I suppose, happens in sport. If you get a little bit cocky, it'll come and get you. And we thought going to the Guineas, all he had to do was go into the stalls and come back. And obviously, we didn't have him. He was too fresh for Ryan when he got on him, and mentally he was just a little bit too revved, and it went wrong in the stalls, and then that was over. So obviously we knew we had another stone we had to look under from now on. But then it was the Derby was coming up quick, and everyone knows how tough the Derby is. So. Like obviously, for me, what the horse did in the Derby and the ride that Ryan gave him in the Derby after what happened in the Guineas was incredible, really, because everything was to lose if it went wrong. But Ryan rode him so patient and with such confidence and let it all happen. It was incredible, really. And then for the horse to come back and do that, he kind of had to be very different for it to negotiate all the things. He never went a mile and a half. He never ran on a round track. He never had to run over undulations like he would meet in Epsom, because it is the ultimate test. And then obviously that happened, and then obviously went on, and then to finish off in the Juddmonte against the older horses, and we knew how tough the Juddmonte is every year. So, and it's a race, there's no hiding space because the track is so fair. So, yeah, so listen, it was, for us to get over those hurdles was massive, really.
It was a big team effort from all of you. Congratulations again. Just before we hand the microphone to Christy, any other 8s coming through the stable that you want to tell us about?
Oh, there's plenty 8s that don't, you
Any
never hear about.
Any 9s?
No, plenty, but there's there, yeah. 8 is usually as high as it goes, yeah.
Okay. Well, we look forward to seeing what you have lurking in the stable for the 2025 season. Would you mind just handing the microphone over? Christy, as a homebred for Coolmore, being by Justify out of a Galileo mare, how important was City of Troy for the operation?
Very much so, because it's all part of a team effort. And I suppose when you start from first when the mare's conceived, well, first of all, I suppose having Justified was probably the first step, and then move on to have a Group 1 winning Galileo filly. As you all know, the Galileo influence has been phenomenal for everybody. And then to produce this horse, and I suppose, as Aidan said, when you send over an 8 out of 10, there's always a risk. But to be fair, this horse from day one has done everything superb. And I think his temperament, even nowadays, joined our ranks. But look, I'm sure Aidan would have delighted, and I suppose the public, but pressure sometimes, you have to retire these horses. But he's got everything going for him, temperament, everything. And he seems to like his new job as well. So we're not complaining.
That's good to hear. Well, we look forward to seeing what he can do in his second career as a stallion at Coolmore. Congratulations to all of you. Well done. Thank you. Okay, let's have another round of applause, I think, for City of Troy. Well done to all of the team connected to City of Troy, but now it's time to turn our attention to the highest rated horse on dirt in 2024, who has also earned the title of the Longines World's Best Racehorse with a rating of 128. Now, this horse first hinted at his brilliance in Dubai when he won the Group 3 Burj Nahar by 6 3/4 lengths, but no one was expecting what happened next. In the Dubai World Cup, Juddmonte's homebred Laurel River ran an international field off their feet. Unchallenged, he pulled away to win by a dominating 8.5 lengths. The handicappers rewarded that effort with a rating of 128, making him the Co-2024 Longines World Best Racehorse. Now, let's have a look back at the magic he created in the desert.
He's just bolted up in a Dubai World Cup. That is sensational. Nothing can match Laurel River. What a performance, what a night. But they've all got to catch Laurel River. Laurel River is off and gone. 5 lengths in the last race. This winner, 7 lengths. Laurel River is going to win this quite convincingly. Racing, Dubai World Cup number 28 is underway. Laurel River puts a big break on them here in the Dubai World Cup, the best part of 8 or 9 lengths here. He's got 10 lengths now on Senor Buscador. Karbia Khan drops away, but this is an absolute romp in the Dubai World Cup. Laurel River, Tiger Shea, take a bow. Well, why not go for the big one? They said there are 12 million reasons to do it, and this horse has blitzed them.
There was absolutely no stopping Laurel River. There was no stopping him that day. Now it's my pleasure to welcome to the stage trainer Bhupat Seema and Judgment CEO Douglas Erskine-Crumb. Ladies and gentlemen, with a rating of 128, the Code 2024 Longines World's Best Racehorse and the world's highest rated horse on dirt, Laurel River. Douglas, please come have a chat with me. Now, Laurel River's certainly done well for himself in Dubai. You decided to keep him in training for 2025, happily for us. What went into that decision?
Because we felt that he should go to the desert, having been trained in America by Bob Baffert and won a grade 2 there, and that Bhupat would be the man to train him. Because there is a great pull for the late Prince Khalid's family in Dubai and in Riyadh. And the most important thing probably about this horse is that it is one of the last horses, homebred horses, that Prince Khalid decided the matings. So it's particularly important for us. And I'd also like to thank the International Federation of Horse Racing Authorities, and particularly Longines, who are such fantastic supporters and sponsors of the sport, and where there's an enormous synergy with the best and Longines. And I think I'd like to leave Bhupat to answer the questions about the horse.
Okay, well, let's hand the microphone over to Bhupat, because watching that back again, Bhupat, he absolutely blew them away. Wide margin win, leading all the way. What were you expecting going into the race, and what were you thinking whilst watching the race?
Well, in my opinion, Dubai World Cup gets some of the best horses in the world to come and compete together. So, you know, we had Best of Japan, the previous World Cup winner. We had the Saudi Cup winner. It was quite a deep field. But he was training incredibly and amazing before the race. And he was working faster than some of the dirt Group 1 sprinters we have, and easier than them. Quietly, I was very, very confident, and so was Tiger Shea. Sadly, he couldn't be here today because he's actually back home and doing some hard work for a change. And, you know, I was really thinking to myself, I was thinking, there's got to be some very, very special horse in the world that's going to come and beat him. And, you know, most of the time, you get disappointed. But, you know, he went and did the job and did it quite special.
And we don't have to wait long to see him in action again. Tell us a bit about the plans going forward from now.
Well, he's going to run on Friday. He's going to run in a mile race. It's a grade 3. It's a firebreak stakes. And from there, we're going to use that as a springboard to Saudi Cup, and then may name Saudi Cup and Dubai World Cup.
How confident are we for a repeat in the Dubai World Cup?
Well, you know, we're always confident, but then, you know, the horse has to do his own talking, so he's doing very well.
Great. Well, we wish you best of luck for this season and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's have one more round of applause for the highest rated dirt horse in the world, Laurel River. Well, what a fascinating year of racing it was. Thank you again to all of our connections for travelling to London today to celebrate the 2024 Longines World Racing Awards. And thank you as well to our gracious hosts, Longines and the IFHA. At this point, I'd like to take the opportunity to remind the international media that our winning connections and our handicappers will be available to meet with you in the River Room, where you had cocktails earlier, for interviews following the end of the ceremony. For our guests in person, you're most welcome to stay and enjoy tea and coffee and dessert. And to each and everyone here in London or watching from home, thank you very much for joining us today for the 2024 Longines World Racing Awards. And congratulations again to all of our winners.